Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another SLA video. Goddamn, loading screen always screws up my intro. Anyways, welcome back, guys. I want to talk about something that I talked about in early access, but I want to remake the guide with a couple updates on that, and that is the best blessing stones. Now, you're most likely going to be around level 50-ish. Blessing stones are going to be available to you, and I want to go over the top blessing stones, covering the best DPS ones, the best survivability ones, and the best utility ones, and which ones you want to focus on and equip to maximize your survivability, your DPS, and your utility. That's right, there's a lot to cover. Now, the thing with blessing stones, right away I'm going to talk to you guys about how to get them. So in order to craft a blessing stone, you need to go to your fusion tab here, and you need to use this blessing stone powder, which can be sourced from various different places. Number one, playing the power of destruction. So the dragon here will give you guys the actual powder you need, the fusion powder, so powder of blessing. This is one of the main reasons to do the dragon, outside of the fact that it gives some of the best loot in the game. So make sure you are doing that. Doesn't matter what you rank, as long as you're in the ranking somewhere, you will get yourself these little powders, which you will collect and then fuse into actual blessing stones. Another place to get them is the weapon exchange shop. I don't recommend using this because it costs a lot of resources. You should be focusing on getting your red hunter exclusive designs instead. And then the other place, of course, is buying it from the bonus shop. So a couple different spots there, 2 pay to win, 1 free to play. Very simple to go through, right? Now, once you get enough of these, you can craft yourself a blessing stone powder. So in 2% of the time, you're going to be able to get yourself an epic. 98% of the time, you're going to get yourself rares, which is fine. So there's 3 tiers of blessing stones, just like anything else. There's rare, epic, and legendary. Okay, as you guys can see here, the epic, sorry, let me move my screen here for you guys. Whoop, right there. You guys can see blessing stones epic. Once you get to this point, you can craft yourself a epic blessing stone at 35%, and every time you fail, they give you an extra percent. And then here with the legendary blessing stones, you can craft yourself at 25%. So the way you craft higher end blessing stones is you get 3 dupes of the same blessing stone that you already possess. Then you can go ahead and craft right over here. So yeah, I have 1 dupe here. I need 2 more dupes of any blessing stones I already possess. I put them in there. I simple fuse or just regular fuse. The difference is simple fuse allows you to use multiple quantities versus fuse is just 1 at a time. That's all the difference is, guys. So, and then right there, if I get myself an epic, and if I have multiple epic ones, then I can go ahead and craft a legendary. Pretty straightforward, right? This is end game content, by the way, guys. So if you don't know how this works, this is where you're going to focus most of your skill, actually. Most of your time will be used crafting blessing stones and actual skills. You think artifacts are bad? Wait till you have to deal with this. Anyways, eventually when you get to the point of level 75, I believe, or maybe level 70, you'll be able to equip 1, 2, 3, and 4 blessing stones here, okay? And we're going to go through every blessing stone and talk to you guys about, again, the best DPS ones, the best survivability ones, and the best utility ones. All right, I'm going to break down all of those for you in the following video. So here we go. The best place to find them is in the codex. Check out the codex. Codex possesses everything you need. This is your encyclopedia of all that is SLA. So we're going to go to blessing stones. You can see here I possess 36 out of 72. Now 36, I have every single rare one. I've tested every single rare one. I have some of the epic ones. I've tested every epic one. The difference between them is as they scale up in tier, they also scale up using utility, damage, cooldown, etc. So we'll talk all about those and focus on the best ones you should be going for. Okay, I'm going to kind of put my screen down. Some of you guys always want to see me. What's going on? This is me. This is my room. What's up? Okay, going to put my face back down. People always ask to see my camera and my face more, so there it is. I'll maybe do those once a day. Who knows? Or not. So here we go. Let's start off with the top DPS ones, and I'm going to break these down for you guys so there's no misunderstanding of how they work, okay? So first one, advanced dagger technique. Remember this, guys. This game's description likes to roleplay with the anime and manhwa. This is not only for daggers. This is for all weapons. Okay, so when it says, due to your extensive use of daggers, replace the word daggers with weapons. Doesn't matter what you use. You are now more proficient with them. So with that weapon itself, okay? When attacking an enemy who has 70% or less of their HP, the damage you deal increases by 5.6%. This is a huge one. This applies to almost every content. This should be one of your best ones that you use almost at all times. Now, if you go to the epic version of this, that 5.6 goes to 8.4. Much, much higher, right? Now, when you go to the legendary version of this, that becomes 14%. Kill yourself. This is crazy. This is nuts, right? So that is easily one of the best ones and ones you should be using almost at all times, okay? Sharp perception at the lowest level is horrible. Do not use this one, okay? This one increases your crit rate by 1%, stacking up to 4 times, so 4% only for 8 seconds. But as you increase the tier for that one, it does start gaining a little bit more value. This one actually goes up 5 times instead of 4 times, and you get 10%. If you look at the legendary version, this goes up 3 times, 3% 6 times. Much better. So this one at the sharp perception, if you have the legendary one, use it. You will probably be at 100% almost at all times, okay? So very good at legendary, decent at epic, horrible at rare. Do not use this at rare whatsoever, okay? So that's the only exception one that I wanted to talk about. All right, Bloodlust here is not that good. Don't use this when you're hit. It decreases your attacker's attack by 4 seconds by 4% for 6 seconds. When you attack, it decreases your target's defense by 4%. It's a waste of a slot. Do not use this one, okay? I'm just showing you ones you shouldn't be using. Some of you guys maybe. The reason why you don't want to use this is some of your skills already give you way higher defense down. So I think some of them are up to 20 to 30%, and your Shadow Step gives you 60% already. Don't use this. You can't stack it anyways, okay? So don't use Bloodlust. Again, even at the higher rarities, I wouldn't. All right, let's go over to Pulverize. This one is very good. The power of your break effects apply to your enemies increased by 12%. So what that means is you will break 12% faster. Very good. Now, when you do deal damage to someone who's in the break effect, you will deal 12% more damage as well. Amazing one. If you get this at Epic and Legendary, have this one on, especially with units that, or opponents that have any break bars, okay? Title Wolf Assassin is actually not bad. This is good when you're facing a lot of ads and you're on a time constraint, right? If ads are the problem and not the boss, this is a great way to chip away at the ads. This at the legendary version and epic version are even better, so try to use that there, but not one that I would totally use. All right, Conquer of Adversity. This is a really good one. So this one here, the more HP you lose every time at 30%, you actually increase your attack, defense, and HP by 1.6%, stacking at 3 times. This may not seem like a lot, but when you're in the crunch time and your HP is low, it'll help you, number one, survive more, and number two, it'll make you hit harder, okay? So this is actually a pretty good one for DPS, but not as good as this one. Chain of Blood is much better. If you're looking for straight attack and DPS, your attack damage increased by 12% of your lost HP ratio, but also increases the damage you take at the same time. So it's a trade-off. It's almost like SM Beck, right? This is one of the best DPS ones, but the problem is you do take more damage, and the more HP you lose, the more attack you gain with this. Chains of Blood is incredible. One of the best rare, epic, and legendary ratings for DPS. So highly recommend that one for sure. Boss Slayer is another big one, but this one you have to be cautious. It increases the damage you deal only to bosses by 8%, but you also increase the dash cooldown by 15%. So if you're not very good at dashing or avoiding, I don't recommend this one. But if you are good at that, this is one of the best damage dealing ones in the game at any rarity that you're planning to use, especially for boss fights. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, Double-Edged Sword, really good one as well. When your attack hits, it doesn't matter what attack, so that's the beauty of it. There's no stipulation. Your attack increases by 2% for 10 seconds and can stack up to 4 times. So this one actually does help quite a bit, but your attacker also hits you for a little bit harder. So it's like almost a trade-off, the same as Chains of Blood. So this one here, though, is one of the best rated DPS ones for sure. So if you're still looking for the top DPS ones, you're probably looking at Double-Edged Sword, Chains of Blood, and the Dagger at the moment, okay? Those are your main 3 ones for at the moment. Now, if you keep going here, Fatal Strike, this one here, the target's break gauge instantly decreases by 2% when you land a critical hit. Really good if you have high crit, which most of us would do at this point at endgame. So if you're looking to break faster, Fatal Strike is good. The rare version is not that good. Epic is much better. Legendary is incredible. So keep that in mind. Assassin's Proficiency, also another really good one. Depending on the bosses you fight and what weapons you're using. So for Baruka's Dagger, amazing because you're always going behind the opponent. If you're shadow stepping, you're always behind the opponent. If you grimoire somebody in place or freeze them in place while you're behind them, you're going to do 7% more damage. There is some stipulations, like the dragon, every attack is considered a back attack. So this could work really well for the dragon fight, okay? If you don't believe me, check out my video with the Baruka daggers. It only procs when you do back attack, and every time I attack the hand, it always proc the back attack move. So we know that it works. All right, so those are your main DPS ones. Now, weakness detection, I want to talk about this one because this is a stipulation one. All right, very powerful, but stipulation. Now, a lot of people read this, and again, remember, this is lore heavy, has nothing to do with the skill. You can see your enemy's weaknesses. Again, that's relating it to the manhwa and the actual anime. It has nothing to do with the skill. What this does is your damage dealt to the targets that have elemental weakness increases by 8%. This is what you should be looking at. Anything with the little dot. What that means is when you're fighting an enemy that has an elemental weakness of a weapon you're using, that weapon will do 8% more damage on top of that. So it's 58% more damage rather than 50% damage, which is what the elemental damage increase is. Okay, so those are your best ones. So break it down again by DPS. 1, where is it? 2 and 3. Those are the best DPS ones. Now, honorable mentions: 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, honorable mentions, and 10 when legendary or epic. Okay, honorable mentions. All right, just real quick, a lot of people have been asking about Monarch's Domain. Some folks have been telling me it's bugged and it doesn't work, so I'm not going to bring this one up at all because I don't know if it actually does work. I have to do my own testing. Shout out to those people who have told me that they think it's broken. I haven't tested it yet, but I will let you know. All right, guys, there is the full DPS Blessing Stone compilation. Okay, so the top 3 I've mentioned to you, the rest are honorable mentions and can be used. All right, let's talk about utility. I'm going to just go over the best utility ones, and we're going to talk about utility as in like ways to maneuver, ways to get away from damage. All right, number 1, speed. Very, very good. So running has made your legs stronger. Again, lore specific. Okay, your speed will increase by 8%, which means you move faster across the field, and your dash cooldown is by 8% again. So if you're looking to move around quicker and you need to kite, great way to use for ranged weapons, especially if you need to move around a lot. Okay, so really, really powerful there. Another good utility one is actually Reawakening, which allows you to have your cooldown decrease by 8%. A pretty damn strong one, keeps you alive for quite some time. This one here, your attack will increase by 6%, but your skills mana consumed by 8%. I don't like this one personally because I'm always running out of mana. So I don't use it. Okay, so MP, sorry, let's just call it MP. So a lot of people asked about this one last time. I want to make sure that I'm clear. Too much MP consumption for my liking personally, so I don't like it that much. Okay, so again, speed very good, Reawakening pretty good, still not the best though. We're looking at where is it? Swiftness, the best one hands down for utility. So now you can dash 1 additional time. There's a 12% chance that your dash cooldown resets upon dashing. Complete cooldown reduction. So this is the best utility one by far. Like, there's not even a question. So if you're looking for utility mixture with DPS, use Swiftness. It's going to kick ass and take names. All right, that's it. That's all you need to know about utility. Those 2 are the best ones. That's it for me. All right, now let's go over to survivability. Of course, the daily quest completion is huge because you have immortality. The moment you die, you recover HP, and then you get another chance and go at it again, right? So always use this one if you need survivability. But there's one that's a little bit better if you're good at taking damage and also surviving: Camouflage. Camouflage is fantastic when you receive damage exceeding 5% of your max HP. Lower HP you have, obviously, so 5% is a little easier to reach. You camouflage for 3 seconds and you recover 2% of that HP back every 1 second. So super, super powerful, great for survivability. Has a cool effect, the whole screen blurs, but this one here is a go-to staple for anyone who's looking for survivability. Couple other mentions: Kasaka is shit, don't use it. 6% damage decrease is useless. Tenacity, again, not bad. You decrease damage by 20% when you have 30% or less HP. This works, Tenacity works really well with Conquer of Adversity. So those 2 together is actually a good combo because you increase everything, you also decrease the amount of damage you take. So those work well hand in hand. Kandira's Blessing sucks. Don't worry about the max HP. Useless. What else is there? Demon Slayer, again, don't worry about resetting your MP. Useless again. Just bring somebody that recovers MP like Johi. HP Extraction is not bad. The problem with this one is, of course, you have to beat an enemy in order to get that HP back against bosses. It's useless. So again, no utility there for that one. And then that's pretty much it. So there you guys go. The 2 best ones you should be using here are going to be Daily Quest Completion and Camouflage. All right, guys, this is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Thank you again for all the love and support, guys. I'll see you guys in the next live stream or video. Take care of yourselves. I'll talk to you later. Bye now.